The glass of water trembled slightly as the wheelchair rolled across the shiny diner floor, and in that silent second, everything changed, not with a shout, not with a scene, but with a simple spoon lifted gently toward trembling lips. No one in that diner realized a billionaire had just stepped inside, and no one imagined that a moment of quiet kindness was about to rewrite several lives forever. Before we go deeper, if you believe kindness deserves a second chance in this world, please like this video, comment your thoughts, share this story, and subscribe to the channel to support stories that remind us what really matters. Her name was Ariana Wells, a 23-year-old waitress with tired eyes and a soft heart. She worked the morning shift at a daylight-filled roadside diner with wide glass windows that let in gentle, clean sunlight and showed the steady rhythm of passing cars and swaying trees outside. Ariana wasn't there for tips or sympathy. She was there because her mother had passed away 2 months earlier, leaving her to pay off medical bills and support her younger brother. Each morning, she tied her teal apron, tucked her light brown hair into a neat bun, and reminded herself to be kind, even when the world felt unbearably heavy. That day began like any other. The air smelled of fresh coffee and warm bread. Sunlight spilled across the checkered floor, creating soft reflections. Around mid-morning, a staff member quietly rolled in a frail elderly man in a wheelchair and parked him near the window. His name was Harold Briggs, although no one called him by name anymore. His hands trembled, and his gaze floated somewhere between memory and silence. A simple bowl of soup rested untouched in front of him. Most people walked by. Some glanced. A few felt pity. No one stopped. Ariana did. She noticed the way his shoulders slumped, the way his spoon lay untouched beside the bowl. She pulled up a chair without asking permission and carefully dipped the spoon into the warm soup. Slowly, patiently, she lifted it to his lips. The old man blinked in confusion at first, then relief. He opened his mouth slightly and accepted the first spoonful. Steam rose gently, and outside the windows, the bright daytime sky glowed softly, calm and clear. Ariana didn't rush him. She wiped his chin gently. She smiled at him like he was someone important. And someone important was watching. Across the diner, seated in a shadowed booth, was a man in a navy blue suit. His name was Sebastian Crow, and he was one of the youngest billionaires in the country. Newspapers called him ruthless. Business rivals called him cold. But in that moment, he was neither. He was just a son who hadn't seen his father in 3 years. Harold Briggs was not just an old man. He was Sebastian's father. Years ago, a bitter argument had shattered their relationship. Wealth had built a wall so high Sebastian thought it could protect him from pain. He never told anyone where his father went. He funded private care from afar. He stayed away because guilt felt heavier than distance. That morning, something had pulled him back. Some invisible thread. And now, he sat frozen, watching a stranger show the kind of love he hadn't had the courage to give. Ariana kept feeding Harold until the bowl was empty. She adjusted the blanket around his shoulders. She brushed a stray lock of silver hair away from his eyes. She treated him like a grandfather she never had. No cameras. No audience. Just kindness. Sebastian stood slowly. The polished floor reflected his shoes as he walked closer. Ariana noticed him only when his shadow fell gently across the table. She looked up, nervous but calm, expecting a complaint or an order. Instead, she saw a man with wet eyes. Outside, the daylight shimmered across the glass, bright but not harsh, soft but clear. The diner felt strangely quiet. Sebastian placed a small black card onto the table. Ariana didn't understand it at first. It looked like another payment card. She tried to refuse, gently shaking her head. She thought perhaps she had done something wrong. But then he spoke softly and told her the truth. He told her that the man she had just fed was his father. He told her how long it had been since anyone had treated him with dignity. And for the first time, Sebastian didn't feel like a billionaire or a broken son. He felt like a human being again. The card wasn't for money. It was a key card to a private foundation he had just decided to build. Sebastian didn't make speeches. He didn't raise his voice. He simply told Ariana that the world needed more people like her, and that he wanted her to help him build a center where elderly people could be treated with respect, warmth, and care. A real place, full of daylight, safe rooms, gardens, and kind hands. Ariana's hands trembled this time. She wasn't crying because of money. She was crying because someone had seen her. Harold reached out slowly and held his son's wrist. His touch was weak, but it was real. And in that touch, years of silence softened. Before the story ends, if this moment has moved you even a little, please comment the word kindness below to honor everyone who loves without being seen. Sebastian arranged full medical care for his father that very same afternoon. Not hidden care. Not distant care. Real care. And Ariana didn't quit her job. She became something more than a waitress. She became a bridge between lost hearts. The diner stayed the same. The sunlight still poured through the windows. The floor still shined. The world outside still rushed by. But 3 lives were no longer the same. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and engage with this video so more people can feel the power of silent kindness.